do what the Grand Floridian Cafe does and just do a brunch that has a combination of the breakfast
Yeah, until
and the
2.
lunch until
Yeah,
2, and then you have 3 hours to
to close
prepare it
it.
for
Yeah.
dinner. Yep.
I'd be fine with that as well. The Olivia style, the Grand Floridian Cafe style.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast, a deep dive into all things Disney Vacation Club. We share tips, tricks, and insider info, helping you make the most of your membership. Join us for the latest news, reviews, and interviews with DVC experts and enthusiasts. Whether you're a seasoned DVC member or considering your first contract, this podcast is for you. Now, here are your hosts, Mike Hurley and Gary Arruda.
Welcome to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. This is episode 87, recorded in the DeFont Leroy Recording Studios in Saratoga, Florida, and Cranston, Rhode Island. I'm your host, Mike, in Florida, joined by my cousin and co-host, Gary, up in Rhode Island. Good evening, Gary.
What's going on, Mike? How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
That's good. I just got a really bad headache just as soon as we started talking. And I'm not blaming you, but I'm not going to say it's not your fault either.
Like, how bad?
No, I mean, not bad. Like, I don't get
Oh, like you're not having an aneurysm, are you?
No. So I'm not a hypochondriac like you. I'm fine. It's just like...
That would probably be completely what boosted this channel. This would be what got us viral.
Oh, would you still put the episode out if I died on the air?
Oh, of course I would.
I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, it is kind of rude. I mean, this thing could, your kid. I don't know if you got kids and a wife. I couldn't do that. How about if I just did it just to grow the channel, and then took it down? I don't want those poor kids seeing their dad having an aneurysm like 5 years later.
Yeah, that wouldn't be great.
Reliving it, I couldn't do that to you. As much as I would like to do it for personal gains, I couldn't do it. I like the kids.
Thanks. I'm glad that you think that way, at least. Yeah, no, I'm fine. It's just, okay. I don't know what it is. Just all of a sudden, I think because I was sitting with the lights off, and now I have the lights on and the screen, so it's just the...
You're not on WebMD right now?
No, I'm not a mess like you.
Oh, I'm a complete disaster.
No, I'm fine. I'm good. Otherwise, I'm good.
So we just recorded episode number 3 of the Elevated Escapes podcast.
Oh,
with yours truly and my wife. It's going well. I'm enjoying it.
Good. And that's still on this RSS feed, but you're going to be moving it to its own relatively soon, right?
Yep. It is. By the time this podcast comes out, it will no longer be on this RSS feed. So you're going to have to go look for us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that's great.
So I told you pre-show that I had a question to ask you.
Yes.
And we had, obviously, my co-host is Professor Carlone.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked her a question. For the darnest, I have difficulty when I'm doing descriptions for the two of us. Me and Gary, or Gary and I.
Oh, it's easy.
Okay, let me hear your description.
Take out the person and just say it. So, like, if you're saying Mike and me are going to the zoo, would you say me is going to the zoo, or would you say I am going to the zoo?
Mm-hmm.
So you just got to take out the other part and say the sentence, and then you can figure it out. So, like, yep. Susie and I discussed this. You would say, I discussed this. That makes sense.
That's what we talked. That's exactly how she explained it. We were talking about Barcelona, and I would say, did Kristen and I went to Barcelona, or me and Kristen went to Barcelona? And she said, would you say me went to Barcelona or I went to Barcelona? Exactly.
I mean, you might say that, but...
Me went to Barcelona.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's how if I'm unsure, like if I'm writing an email and I'm unsure, I'll take it out and I'm like, okay, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
You're exactly, because it's just... And then, you Google search, and like if Steve Melnick is the preposition and the next word begins with a U, then it's me and you, and I'm like, okay, can you freaking dumb it down, for crying out loud?
I mean, there might be exceptions to it, but that's a general rule of thumb.
It's like the new math. Do you understand the new math?
I do not understand it.
And that's what they're teaching
my
the kids, right?
My daughter's in 3rd grade, and I can't help her with their math homework. I know the answers, but I don't know how to get to the answers the way they want you to.
It's weird.
It is very strange. Well, what else is new in your neck of the woods?
No, not too much. Did you see? I was going to say, did you see? You're not on the Sarah Bay email distribution list.
No, I'm not.
Darren King is retiring.
Retiring?
Well,
he doesn't seem old enough to retire.
Yeah, he's in his 60s.
Oh, okay. That's definitely.
And if you own that pro shop, you're probably making some serious coin.
Well, good for him. Is your buddy going to take over, or are they going to hire?
Oh, those two knuckleheads?
Yeah, one of them should be.
No, those knuckleheads. I don't know. I doubt those knuckleheads.
That's sad. He's a great guy. What, is he done like soon or at the end?
The end of the year, actually. Actually, the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, good for that. That's going to be big news for like maybe one other person that listens to this podcast besides you and I.
Is there anybody who's familiar with Sarah Bay that listens to this podcast?
Potentially. I know Alex does occasionally.
No, he listens to the to the WDW Beyond the Gates podcast.
Oh, he won't even listen to our nonsense.
I don't think
on
he sniffs this one. No.
She's probably smart. All right, yeah, then just the two of us, but
just the two, but making castles in the sky. I sang some Ed Sheeran on the Elevated Escapes podcast.
Well, it's good to see that you don't discriminate on which podcast you're on.
It was the first time singing on the show.
That's good.
It's really hard because I'm a still complete jackass.
Mm-hmm.
But I try not to be.
It's tough.
I mean, she was talking about our last night when we had this big dinner and they had dancing and this and that. And it's a flamenco show. I thought it was a flamingo.
No, jeez.
Like the bird? I can't hide. Yes. I can't hide my.
Your parents wasted so much money on that Hedricken education, didn't they?
Well, that's why I went to Pilgrim.
That was burning money.
Wait, where do you learn flamenco dancing? Was that like in social studies? I mean, what the hell?
No, just from common sense.
Common sense.
You read a book.
I didn't read that stuff. Nope. Now, you know what turned? I have PTSD from working at Wells Fargo. I had PTSD about reading when I had to read the Iliad and the Odyssey.
I mean, that's the problem. That's not good.
And you may have put them all in Chinese. And I think I got like 18s on those tests. And I said, A, B, C, or D, you can at least get a 25. So I'm like, nope, never again. The Odyssey.
Oh, it was multiple choice and you got an 18.
Yes, that's hard to do, isn't it?
That's like you have to try to get them wrong.
I mean, if we had to write essays,
you would have got a
discuss this, but I would have got a 0. I mean, I used to be able to BS my way at Bryant.
It would have just said, "Me too dumb to understand."
Yes.
This book.
Oh, that was the Iliad.
I bet if I've never read either. I bet I could get higher than an 18 if I took that test, the exact test.
I bet you could.
I wish we could get our hands on that thing. That would be fantastic. We both take it again, see how we do. You could probably get better than 18.
I don't know. I think it might be in one of my boxes, as a matter of fact.
Oh, you kept that one up on the refrigerator?
Oh, it was so bad. It was so bad.
That's messed up. What do we have for our topic today, Mike?
I don't know. We don't have much to talk about today, do we?
We really threw ourselves for a loop trying to record early to avoid March Madness, so we didn't have our normal 1 week to come up with topics.
I mean, usually we have a lot of pre-show meetings.
Yeah, production out the wazoo.
Mm-hmm.
We did want to talk about the refurbishment that's going on at Saratoga Springs in the Treehouse Villas. So it's been confirmed that they are going to be undergoing refurbishment soon. It's going to be done in phases through September of this year.
How
so
is
they're not
this
going to
going to be?
close them all at once.
How is it going to be so quick? Is it
There's
just
only like
because
36
there's
of them.
just a few? Yeah, I was thinking quantity wise.
I mean, I could be wrong on the number, but there's not a lot. How long does it take to do a refurb of one of those? Like 3 or 4 days each?
Think so?
I don't know. I have no idea. That's one. That's actually an interesting thought. I don't know how long it takes to do a refurb of a regular studio, a 2-bedroom, a villa like this. I have no idea what the working time frame is. You look at like Kidani Village, that's a whole hotel with what, 1,200 rooms, and that only took them like 9 months to do.
That's true.
It's not like they're working 24/7 either. It's
Do you think that's all outsourced?
Yeah, I think a lot of it is.
It has to be, because you can't have that capacity full time, right? I wouldn't think. But then again, you are doing refurbishments every year, so
Almost always they have something being refurbed, rooms, right? So maybe it is in-house.
Because if you have people working construction or doing this and that, you can't pull them off their regular jobs just to do refurbishments and then put them back on the. So they either have a full-time refurbished department or they outsource it.
Well,
we need to
in
find
this
that
article
answer,
that
don't
I'm
we?
reading, well, I think it might be in here because it says the refurbishment permits for the tree houses expire January 7th, 2027. And the contractor is renovation company Landron, LAND-RON. So sounds like a outside contractor is doing it.
And does it
based on
sound
that.
like maybe the president and chief executive officer is Ron?
Maybe. Landron. The work is expected to be interior focused. And then we did talk about the Turf Club bar and grill and the Turf Club lounge. They're going to be down for refurbishment for quite a while. I think through September for that as well, right?
Yeah.
Is what I've heard. And then this, I didn't hear this. This is the first time I've seen this. The tennis courts and basketball courts are also going to be closing for refurbishment.
I'm going to assume if they don't already have, they're going to transition to pickleball. And I've seen some of their courts actually are pickleball, a combination of tennis and pickleball.
Yeah, it'd probably be more pickleball. I would assume the basketball courts might stay, and they just change the tennis courts to pickleball. Or
I
do
like,
the
you know
combo,
what?
like you said.
I like the basketball courts. I like to occasionally, it's like when I'm at the Grand Floridian, if I'm grilling, is take 2 steps over and grab a ball and shoot a few free throws.
I don't think I've never looked that close, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone playing basketball at any of the resorts.
There was a guy shooting hoops at Vero Beach. That's across the US 1, but you wouldn't be
Okay.
familiar with that. It was on the other side where they were considering back in the day when they were going to build a second resort, and that's why they have
but that's
the
considered
Vero
the property,
subsidies.
though.
Yeah, it's still their property. Yeah, so you can walk around. There's a nature trail, really nice. But there's a basketball court over there, and you don't actually have to walk across the road. They have a Peter Pan theming where you just walk right onto the road.
Oh, right. Yeah, you told me that. That would be really fun. Imagine just like staying at Grand Floridian for a couple of nights and you just join like a random pickup game, go 5-on-5 full court.
I'm not playing pickup. I'm not touching pickup.
Well, I'm not saying.
No, I don't mind. I don't want to blow my Achilles. That is my biggest fear.
I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I don't want to blow my Achilles parts.
Yeah, but I'm saying like maybe not you or I being old, out of shape guys, but like if you were,
Stop. You're not old.
I feel old.
You feel old?
I'm older now than you were when we started the podcast.
Yeah.
And you were old when we started.
50 really sucks.
You're
50
not a
just
fan of
really.
it?
No, 50 sucks.
Feels really miserable.
You feel you're sore after golfing. I mean, you're throwing your back out hitting a fairway bunker shot, so you really have nothing to look forward to.
That was a tough shot.
Yeah, well, you're stumbling into this stupid thing. You're like, I got a feeling I could throw my back out. I'm like, then we're in a scramble. Then pick the freaking ball up.
Yeah.
Nope. See you win. So here we go.
I played good though the other days.
Day 0 of the member guest invitational.
And who was the one that couldn't play the last round out of the two of us? We were like the freaking MASH unit that week.
We were terrible. That was a bad day. You're sitting around the golf cart. You were done.
That was
miserable. You couldn't partake in the par 3 game.
I was so depressed that day because I didn't think we could play. No, we played good, and then your gout flared up on the last day, and it really hurt our chances.
Yeah, we were still in it in that last hole. Remember, I missed that short putt, that 3.5 footer. It broke 16? Though. Yeah. No, on 18.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, the one on 16 was worse though.
All right. So what do we talk? What is our topic
the
here?
Treehouse. I mean, I'm really looking forward to seeing.
I looked like Mr. Furley in that one. Remember Ralph Furley?
Yeah. Seeing the first
Todd Nuts.
I'm excited to see the first refurbished treehouse because they're definitely long overdue for a refresh.
When we stayed there with your family, that looked like our parents' basements, wouldn't you say?
I liked it. Like I liked that it was kind of
functionality. Yeah, I didn't. It really. What are you hoping for as a owner at Disney Saratoga Springs Resort and Spa or rest?
I mean, I'm hoping they do exactly what they've been doing on the recent refurbs and just modernize it a little bit, refresh it, and keep some nice touches. There's very little theming. Like it's not a over your head Disney theme in those rooms, villas right now. So I hope
what
they
are you
don't.
Thinking?
I mean, you got to keep it woodsy, right? It's obviously out in the woods. It's a treehouse. I'd love it to look like the cabins at Fort Wilderness.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I agree. I love everything about the cabins. I like the colors, but can you shoehorn Chip and Dale at both resorts, or do you have to?
I mean, you could do something else. I wouldn't mind maybe like Goofy and his son doing some like camping in the wilderness. Get them in there. I don't know, Saratoga, but then again, Saratoga has all the horses, so you could do something with the horse.
True.
Horse theming.
Yep.
I don't know. You got to keep it a little dark, like lighten it up, but you need the dark woods. You need it to feel rustic, right? You don't want it to be all white and grays. You want some dark browns in there.
Yep.
They're not going to be able to do a Murphy bed in the main room. Still going to have to be a pull-out couch because it's all windows, so you can't build it into a wall. There's no wall really to speak of to build the bed into. But, I mean, that room with the bunk beds is pretty small, so they're going to have to keep bunk beds in there. Replacing that. There's not a ton, like, the rooms aren't that big. Except for the master. The master's big, and the bathroom in the master's huge.
Yeah,
but the second bedroom and the third bedroom are both pretty small.
They're small, and that bathroom's pretty tight as well.
Right. And obviously, they're not knocking walls down, so all the rooms are going to be the same size.
Yep.
What would you hope for? What do you anticipate or hope to see?
Subtle changes. I might want to go a little lighter than what you're comfortable with. Very, very, very tiny theming. I think Chip and Dale
I
work
think the biggest
perfectly
room for
in that
improvement's the
resort.
kitchen. Yeah. I'm good with Chippendale. Yeah.
The kitchen's tight.
Right, but I'm saying that seems the most outdated out of anything, so you could really improve
I
the
think it's got
overall
like
vibes of that villa.
white refrigerator.
It might. I think it was black, but it might as well be a white. I think it was just a black old. It's not like stainless
Yeah.
or anything.
Oh, that light green that my parents had.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, I mean, once all those appliances are modernized, you don't really have to do much because, like you said, I liked it when I stayed with you guys. It didn't feel it was dated, but it wasn't. I think Animal Kingdom was the worst. You walked into that room and you're like, "Oh, you have to do something." If they had said that they had refurbished the tree houses 3 years prior, I would have believed it, and it didn't show a lot of wear.
No.
And I would have been completely fine with it for another few years. With that being said, I'm looking forward to what they're potentially going to do.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really good. They've had a good track record of late on these refurbishments. They haven't messed any of them up yet. I don't think they're going to start with the tree houses.
Imagine if they completely just blotched a refurb. Like it's your home resort and you're like, and they do what the Incredibles.
I don't know that they even could. Like, even if they tried to mess it up, I don't think they could make it bad. Like, they'd have to intentionally ruin it. It would have to be on purpose. Like, say what you want about the Incredibles stuff and the contemporary.
You don't think there was intent there?
Yeah, I mean, it was intent to do it, but I don't think they thought it was going to ruin it.
True.
Like, yeah, if they themed the tree houses to, like, Mary Poppins, that would make a lot of sense. But they would have to do that intentionally
Mm-hmm.
to have such a bad idea. So I don't know. And then I know we talked about this a few weeks ago. I don't think we went too in depth on it, but the Turf Club refurb,
Mm-hmm.
they're closing the bar area too. So that makes me think with the amount of time it's going to be closed, they're going to be doing a lot of changes to that.
Yeah, because you and I could refurb that bar in an afternoon if that's truly what they're doing.
Yeah.
So you think they're gutting that whole thing?
I hope they're going to do something completely different. I like the Turf Club, so I'm not saying they need to destroy it or change the vibes of the menu and stuff like that. But they need to add, there needs to be a breakfast restaurant there. They just have to make it breakfast and dinner at minimum, if not all 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I think there's so much room in that area that they could change the bar, like make the bar smaller and make the restaurant bigger if they anticipate more crowds, if they, change it up. Even do something like not to the same level, but imagine if it got to be like a Topolino, have like a little character breakfast there and then a nicer dinner service.
That's exactly what I was thinking because when we had our last breakfast at Topolino's, I was talking to the woman about how nice it would be if they had a lunch there.
Mm-hmm.
And she said they can't because they don't have the time because it takes them X amount of time to transition from breakfast to dinner. I don't know if they move around tables, she's just said that for the 2 or 3 hours that they would have, she's like, we'd have to close to transition to dinner. So it would only be open for 2 hours anyways.
Right.
And she said, we're not able to do that. And I was thinking the same thing do what the Grand Floridian Cafe does and just do a brunch that has a combination of the breakfast
until
and
2.
the lunch until 2. And then you have 3 hours to prepare it for dinner.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd be fine with that as well. The Olivia style, the Grand Floridian Cafe style.
Mm-hmm.
But it'd be really cool. I mean, think of the people staying at Port Orleans, Old Key West, Saratoga. That character breakfast could service all those resorts. People staying across the street from Disney Springs would go there for a breakfast, like a character breakfast if they did that. Topolino style. I'm not saying a buffet because obviously they're not going to change the format of the restaurant, but I think a character breakfast would be perfect there. It would immediately change the whole vibes of the food and beverage scene there, for sure.
And it's easy.
Especially if it's good, like the Topolino's one, if they put effort into the menu.
Mm-hmm.
And they have good food at Turf Club, so I think they could. I just wonder what characters you would put in there. Not that you're an expert on that, but I don't think we need another Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy breakfast. You know what I mean? Some unique characters that would draw people from other resorts potentially. That'd be really cool. It would have to fit in a little bit though. So who fits in? Chip and Dale, like you said, you could get them in there.
Chip and Dale fit in everywhere. What did they have any movies that had horses and
Yeah, I mean there's a lot of movies with horses, but there's not like you can't have a horse character walking around.
Right, so there's not really
on four legs.
Could you be simple and just do it like some type of princess?
Yeah, because there are in the lobby they have the portraits of the Disney horses, so you could have like the characters from those movies there. Like Rapunzel's horse is in there, Cinderella's horse is in there, Merida's horse. So you could do that. You could have a princess one.
Yeah.
And it fits in because when you walk into the lobby, you see the portraits of the horses. You could have a whole thing about them. Their horses are at the stables at Saratoga Springs with the other, make a backstory to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Or, it would be great, which would not appeal to kids at all. But imagine having, like Donald, Goofy, and Mickey, and they come out in golfing outfits. Like they're wearing their golf clothes.
I mean, it is a golf course resort, is it not?
That's what I mean. I don't know if that would draw in the kids. Hey, kids, let's go meet Donald wearing his golf outfit. But I'd be all for that. That'd be pretty funny.
I mean, I don't think necessarily the artistic outfits that they wear at Topolino's necessarily draws kids in. Do you?
No, that's true. That's a good point.
I think that's the only problem with that. I think that's what's always holding Saratoga Springs down is a turf club. Right? I think it's got no breakfast because you get so tired of the quick services for breakfast. But the restaurant itself is it's dated. I like the interior because it's a classic. It's almost like a classic steakhouse look. It's just dark and woodsy. But I think that refurbishment they did such a great job with that it's time to fix the inside. We talked for years about how that place needs a bang-up bar and really attract people to that centerpiece with the pool table. Put maybe a couple more TVs in there with seating spaces, and it's underutilized. We all know it's underutilized.
I mean, you walk down that hallway towards the turf club and you almost feel like you're going the wrong way.
You really do. Because you just have this corridor and you're like, oh, nothing down here. Let's turn around. We must be going in the wrong way. Yep.
So there has to be a way to make it more inviting for people to go in there. Maybe put some like small tables there so people are standing there with drinks and you're going in the right direction.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm not an interior designer, Pards. I don't know how to make a bar better, but you know it when you see it, right? When one's just underutilized, you're like, there could be so much more here.
Like, I don't know what's behind that bar. Like, if you can knock down a wall, or if
I think that's the kitchen.
The kitchen. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not sure where that leads to. So you might not have that much space. You could actually do something against those glass walls and have an inside outside bar like they do over at the Swan Reserve by the
I would
swimming pool.
I would love that. Because imagine the people you draw in after a round of golf, they see the bar facing out upstairs. You
Mhm.
go up there, they serve some burgers and, pub food at that bar out of the kitchen for lunch rush when people come in. You'd have to be open at 11 a.m. though, as well.
Yeah, for the people getting off the golf course for your first morning tee
Yeah.
times, yeah.
There's so much they could do there. There's tons of foot traffic. I mean, it's a huge resort. There's a lot of people staying there all the time. The
You have
golf
a ton of
courses,
people staying there in the golf. Yeah, like you said,
it's
like you're
always
saying,
packed.
it is.
It's hard to get tee times there by and large. So there's always a ton of people coming in and out of that area. And when you check in there, you don't even know there's a restaurant and a bar there, essentially.
You really don't.
It's just a bad layout. It's not really a lot you could do about that. But they have to make it better. I think it's going to be because they're not going to close the thing for 6 months and just reopen as the Turf Club with new booths,
Well, I mean, look at how long the tea room at the Grand Floridian took. 15 years to
Well, but they also
refresh
just had
that one.
They just had it closed.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember a restaurant specifically. It's hard because with COVID, everything closed for a long time, and they did a lot of refreshes during those closures. But I can't really think off the top of my head of a restaurant that closed for a refurbishment recently. I'm sure there's one that I'm just missing. And I know Yacht Club's going down too, right? Or Yachtsman Steakhouse, that's going down for a refurb.
Steakhouses. Yep. Yeah, you're right, because 1900 was a
Well, I
COVID
guess Steakhouse
casualty.
71 would be the most recent, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it was a refurb and a complete do-over.
Theme, yeah. So, I mean, they can still call it the Turf Club. That's a good name for where it is.
Sure is.
But they could redo it. It needs to have another meal, though. It can't be open just for dinner 5 days a week. It has to be more than that.
Yeah, of course it does.
They have to take the chance and make it happen. They can't.
Make it a destination. Make there a reason to go there.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. I hope we get some word on it relatively soon, and we're pleasantly surprised.
See some artist
Concept art.
renderings. Yeah.
And I really do want to see what they do with the tree houses. I'm excited about that. It's gonna be good. I'm gonna be pleased.
Of course it is.
I know that. Yeah.
Of course it's going to be good.
Just like Animal Kingdom with Kidani, I wasn't worried. I was anxious because I wanted to see it, and then once I saw it, I was like, "Oh, they did a great job. They did exactly what I was hoping they would do."
Yep.
They actually did better because they used less characters than I thought they would. They used the map as the background for the pull down bed, the map of the resort. It's like, oh, that's brilliant because you're kind of exploring, and instead of just shoehorning Timon and Pumbaa in there more, now there's a map of the resort behind the bed. I thought that was brilliant that they did that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they did a better job. Like we've said, they have not disappointed us with any of their refurbishments over the years, and
I think they're actually getting better because
they are getting better.
Because Bay Lake that's still my favorite one. I think the Bay Lake refurb. Kidani, they did a great job. They did a great job theming the cabins at Fort Wilderness. Those are perfect.
They did. Yeah, they did a great job.
The Poly, which was one of the first ones, the refurb of the main building, not the tower.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Those refurbs were great when they first put the Murphy beds in there. They did a great job with that.
And that's been so long ago, and that's is already not dated at all, is it?
No, and it's already due for a refresh pretty soon.
It is not dated. That resort is spectacular.
And same with Saratoga. I think Saratoga's up for a soft goods refurb next year. It's like, man, I feel like they just did that.
Yep.
Refurb.
Mm-hmm.
They killed that one too. But you could tell that's an older one because when you stay there, they don't have all the extra USB ports and like the fancy reading lights and stuff.
Yeah, those reading lights are great, aren't they? That's one of Susie's favorite add-ons.
Right. But I did it. I mean, it's great. It's still got the pull-down Murphy bed. I still think it's good, but it's definitely different. As they do them more and more, they add new features that are really great. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, we're rated our 34 minutes, so I can wrap it up if you'd like.
Yeah, let's do it.
You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube at DVC Addicts. Email the show info@addictedtodvc.com and join our Facebook group, DVC Addicts. For my cousin and co-host Gary in Rhode Island, I'm Mike in Florida. Thanks for listening. Talk again next week.
Thank you for listening to the Addicted to DVC podcast with Mike and Gary. We want to hear from you. Email us at info@addictedtodvc.com and follow us on all socials at DVC Addicts. We appreciate you being a part of our DVC community, and we'll see you again on our next episode. Thanks again for listening, and welcome home.